Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm William Hyman. I'm your host, and this is Just Force 911, where we look at how public officials do their job, or they just completely screw it up, or they don't do it at all. Hey, guys, if you would, please subscribe, hit the bell icon so you know when I put out a new video. Hit the like and share button. It helps my algorithms. And what else? Oh, thumbs up, thumbs down. Says how I do for you guys, and leave me a comment. Also, if you would go over to Cluster, please. That's who this video is from. It's a go over and show them some love and subscribe to them. Hit their thumbs up and their share. This one here is a father has a infant child who was born several months early and has respiratory problems. They have a special hospital they have to go to. They can't just go to the nearest one. So instead of calling EMS, the father took the child to the hospital. Gets stopped by a sheriff's deputy, a self-acclaimed, what do you want to call him? I don't even know what to call it besides an asshole. That he is all righteous and scolds the guy for driving 36 miles an hour over the speed limit. When I know when they're high speed chases, they're doing, they're putting people in danger a lot more. At least the guy had his hazards on. There was nobody on the road, trying to get his child to the hospital. And then you have this self-proclaimed butthead who's just an absolute piece of trash that, I don't understand how these, oh, God, it pisses me off. You have these clowns out there, and these, that think they're the holiest, holier than thou. And they're such hypocrites, such pieces of shit. And they're police officers, they're sheriff's deputies, and they're just dog shit. And I do not understand, for the life of me, how these individuals are allowed to exist. The sheriff's deputy gives him a ticket for one, holds him there, saying EMS is on the way for 30 minutes, and they never show up, and he ends up taking the child to the hospital. This guy is a piece of trash. He ought to be taken out back, whipped, tarred, and feathered, and that'd be too good for him. He's a scumbag, like the rest of these scumbags. Now, not all deputies, not all police officers are scumbags. Just a lot of them. The one bad apple? Yeah, exactly. And because he's such a scumbag, I'm sure his sheriff is just a charming person. He's probably a scumbag too. Because normally if the leadership are scumbags, so are the rest of them. Or vice versa. Anyway, let's check this video out. I'm going to try to stay out. I'm not going to be able to, but I will try my best to stay out of it so you guys can enjoy the video. And, don't forget, guys, we have the Merc store has 10% off of everything till Christmas, and it's good quality stuff, so go check it out, all right? It's down and below in the information.
There's no part of this situation that justifies you literally doing 36 miles over the posted speed limit. At night, you're lucky you're not going to jail for child endangerment.
Yeah,
Idiot.
Welcome back to the Lackluster channel. On November 18th, 2024, Anthony was home with his family, but around 3:30 in the morning, he is awakened by his baby's cries. At less than 1 year old and born 3 months premature, his daughter was suffering from chronic lung disease.
He says that she has a lung condition and she was struggling to breathe.
Familiar with the signs of respiratory distress from previous incidents, Anthony scooped up his child and set off for the children's hospital. Between cries, the infant struggled to breathe. Her chest sucked inward with each exhausted respiration. The distress caused her to vomit and gag, only making it harder to find air. Not all emergency rooms are equal. Some specialize in trauma, and others are cardiac centers. But the hospital the baby's primary care physician told Anthony to bring the child to has an ER that specializes in pediatric emergencies.
When was the last time you had your VA rating evaluated? You probably are eligible for benefits that you don't know you're eligible for.
Take my dad.
Just before 4 a.m., the roads were vacant.
What I did was I took action to get my child medical attention, because that's what you're supposed to do as a parent, and especially a father. You're supposed to be a protector, and that's what I was doing. I was protecting my daughter.
Anthony was driving at 86 miles per hour when he was pulled over by Sergeant Mike Ratterman of the Coryell County Sheriff's Office.
He claims that he was driving his daughter to the hospital.
When Warren first saw the police lights, he was thankful.
I felt relief because I was like, okay, we've got an escort.
It's okay, baby.
And it wasn't an escort. It was a ticket, a 30-minute holdup, and a scolding by this piece of crap deputy. What a piece of...
Okay.
Received. I'm going to have EMS check the child. What's a good phone number for you?
255707. My cell.
07.
Yep.
All right, here you go.
Thank you.
There's an emergency right in town.
Yeah, I know.
All right.
I've had bad luck with them.
They would have done, at a bare minimum, if the child was, like I said, experiencing respiratory difficulty breathing, if anything, they would have stabilized the child for movement. Okay? And then they could have gone from there.
Shut up,
there is
asshole!
no part of this situation that justifies you literally doing 36 miles over the posted speed limit.
Okay.
All right? You're lucky you're not going to jail for child endangerment.
Yeah, okay.
At those speeds...
Child endangerment for trying to get
You're
my
lucky
kid to
there's
the
not a
Going
deal
36
for
over the
being
miles over the
stupid.
posted speed limit at night. Yeah, absolutely. 100%.
Okay, all right. I'm not arguing with you.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
Yeah, I bet.
Instead of asking which hospital he was heading to, providing an escort, or at most asking if Anthony preferred to wait for an ambulance, Deputy Ratterman claims that he has called for an ambulance and holds Anthony to write him a citation for his speed.
Just another bald-headed prick.
Appearing to be more concerned about the alleged violation than the infant's medical emergency.
So, you're going to be receiving a citation for speeding. 86 and a 50.
It's too bad we can't give citations for being an asshole.
You can either, you got 30 days to take care of the fine. All right, so you have by the 19th of December by 9 a.m. to take care of it. If you want to take this to court, that'll be with Judge Caldwell. His court is JP3. His phone number is 254-865-2912. His court is at 110 North 8th Street right here in Gatesville. All right, again, you have 30 days to take care of the fine or talk to the judge. The signature right up here. It's not an admission of guilt. It's just a promise to either pay the fine or talk to the judge.
Where's the ambulance?
They're on their way.
Okay. Where do I need to sign?
Turn it back up where the clip is up. There you go, right underneath that.
With the citation signed and issued, in the eyes of the law, the traffic stop is over, and the deputy has no lawful authority to continue detaining Anthony and his daughter. But before we continue, I've tried a ton of earbuds, but I bought my first pair of Raycons over 3 years ago and still include them in my everyday care site when you go to buyraycon.com.
Just driving this fast, going to Temple for no reason?
What you're doing.
Yeah, well, I just told you.
Well, you know what?
What?
You could have called 911. You could have waited for EMS. You could have taken your child that you're so worried about up to the emergency.
So they could what? So they can make me wait?
Okay. There's no justification.
Okay, all right, like I said.
Here.
All right, here.
You're gonna hang tight until EMS.
Yeah, I sure am.
Several minutes go by, but no vehicles pass on the desolate highway.
It's okay.
No emergency lights can be seen in the distance. Anthony ends his recording to call his wife and lets her know what's happening. A few minutes later, the deputy returns and Anthony starts recording once again.
Done this before. My babies were born 3 months premature. I've done this before. She's been throwing up and gagging, and her chest is sucking in, and I'm just trying to get to the hospital. She was born 3 months premature. She's already a year and a half old. Okay.
Anthony exits his vehicle to comfort his daughter, placing his phone on the roof of his car as he holds her, rubbing her back to stimulate breathing and calm her down in the fresh air.
Get back in your vehicle. Hey, I don't want you getting hit.
What the? Get back in my vehicle. That's all he's worried about. Get back in my vehicle while my baby's over here suffocating. Awesome. Because he doesn't want me getting hit. Yeah, because the ambulance is going to be so fast. Could already been through flat by now.
Anthony stops his recording again to exit his car so he could turn his daughter over as she was choking on vomit. As he tended to his baby, Deputy Ratterman was screaming that he was going to take Anthony to jail. This portion of the incident was not captured on video. Several more minutes pass, but still no ambulance. It's been nearly 30 minutes in total, plenty of time to drive the remaining 10 miles to the hospital. During this time, Anthony's wife has called the local police and the sheriff's office, but they've assured her that an ambulance was en route. After the long wait, she calls once more and is told that, quote, something happened to the ambulance and they had to turn back.
Warren was handed a ticket and left waiting for 30 minutes in the dark.
He told me that he called the EMS services, which he did, I believe, but they never arrived.
Deputy Ratterman had pulled me over in Fort Hood. I was doing over, had my hazards on because my daughter's puking and is not able to breathe, and I'm trying to get her to the hospital. He yelled at me and told me we needed an EMS service and an ambulance and said he called for one. 30 minutes later, he tells me there's an issue and they're not going to be able to make it, so I can go ahead and go, after giving me a citation for 30 over in Fort Hood. So, anyway, that's what's going on right now at 4:13 in the morning. Great law enforcement we have here, Gatesville. Excellent job. Excellent job holding me up 30 minutes just to let me go and charge me money for trying to get my daughter to the hospital. He said, I recommend you get your daughter to a hospital. I said, that's what I was trying to do when you pulled me over, obviously. Duh. So anyway, filing complaints. Anybody else has any issues with the sheriff's office or anything, y'all let me know. This is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. I've got a 3-month premature baby in the backseat, and these people, they obviously don't care. He didn't offer me to drive, to let me follow him. He didn't offer to check up on the baby, nothing.
Once Anthony arrived at the hospital, his daughter was admitted and put on 8 liters of oxygen and IV fluids.
They sent her back, got her on oxygen, put an IV in her, and admitted her, and we've been here ever since.
Fortunately, they had made it on time. After a lengthy stay in the hospital, she was discharged, and the family continues constant monitoring of her oxygen saturation levels.
It's not a scrape or a bruise. This is respiratory issues. This is chronic illness. This is what keeps us alive.
Anthony continues to post news of his daughter's recovery, and the sheriff's office has now dismissed the speeding citation.
The Coryell County Sheriff's Office is investigating a traffic stop by a deputy. This all happened early yesterday morning. The Coryell County Sheriff's Office said that it is aware of the post made and are currently investigating the situation. However, they say they will not comment on pending charges.
So let me know what you think below. Are Sergeant Ratterman's efforts excusable, or did he step beyond his authority, only to endanger the life of the child? Leave your thoughts in the comments down below. And of course, if you like this video, check out another episode, linked on screen.
All right, guys, just another low-life scumbag deputy. Oh, God. You know, I get so tired of this, especially when they're endangering children. You know, it's not bad enough they shoot them, but you have to endanger them. Incredible. Guys, let me know what you think on the comments. Thank you.